Greg, do you have a minute? What are you doing right now?
What's up, Mom? I'm at home now.
And Riley?
Riley went out shopping.
Ugh. Greg, won't you stop doing this?
What? What do you mean?
Not what do you mean? Making your wife go out shopping alone while you laze around the house. You should be driving her and carrying the shopping. And how about helping out a little around the house? You're so inconsiderate.
Sorry, but Riley said she was going out shopping with her friend today. I didn't think she'd want me to tag along.
Don't make excuses. You're so quick to try and worm your way out with butts. Is this how you were raised?
Sorry.
Riley told me about you the other day. You never help with housework, and you go out drinking until late every night. If you can't bring in enough money to make ends meet every month, the least you could do is help out around the house.
I don't go out partying. And I bring in more than enough money to make ends meet. But Riley?
Don't blame this on Riley. She's supporting the finances working part-time because you don't earn enough. But you don't show her the slightest bit of gratitude. You're uncooperative at home and you spend your days off lazing around. And to top it all off, you have the nerve to blame my daughter because there's no money. Have you no shame?
Sorry.
Good grief, you're so quick to blame others or try slacking off. I want to see your parents' faces. Oh, your parents aren't around anymore, are they? Is that why they couldn't raise you properly?
My parents have nothing to do with this.
Anyway, if Riley's out shopping, then there's only one thing for it. Come over to my house immediately.
What?
I want you to weed the garden and clean out the cupboards if there's time. I want you to clean the gutters, too.
Didn't I just come on my day off last week?
This week, too. Do you think that just because Riley's not here you can spend your entire day slacking off? I won't allow it.
Today's the first day in ages I've got all to myself. Give me a break.
Quit your whining and get over here now. I'm gonna beat that rotten character of yours back into shape. I'll show you what it means to respect your in-laws.
Hey, Riley. Got a minute?
What's up? I'm kind of in the middle of eating with my friend right now.
Well, I've wanted to say this for a while. Would you stop bad-mouthing me to your mom? Saying stuff like I don't bring in enough money or don't do housework? Stop filling her head with nonsense.
What? What's the problem with blowing off a little steam to my mom?
But because of that, she's sending me hateful messages every day. She won't listen to a word I've got to say.
Well, it's true that you don't bring in enough money, isn't it? You fail to make ends meet every month, and we can't save anymore. So I have to work part-time to support the finances.
The reason we have no money is because you spend it without thinking. And you and your mom say you support the finances, but all you do is help out a little at the bakery your friend started. Can you really call bringing in less than $150 a month supporting anything?
God, you're annoying. It's not about the amount. I wanted to be a stay-at-home housewife. I'm only working for you because you don't make enough. Surely that alone provides you with emotional support. You should be grateful.
What kind of reasoning is that? Anyway, stop filling your mom's head with weird nonsense already. She even mocks my dead parents. Says she's gonna beat my rotten character back into shape. Calls me over to her house. Works me like a slave and ruins my days off. It's stressful, damn it!
She's trying to educate you because your parents aren't around. Teaching what it means to respect your in-laws. To call that stressful? You're disgusting.
My parents only died 3 years ago. I was already an adult by then. So calling it education is just weird. And respect isn't something that can be forced.
Wow. Do you ever shut up? I was enjoying a drink with my friend and you ruined it. You're the worst. You make me sick.
You're the one who's sickening. Going off complaining to your mom about me? Degrading me with your hateful comments despite me working my ass off? Forced labor on the days off I hardly ever get? I've had enough! Just stop it!
Oh? You think you can talk to me like that? I was kind enough to marry you even though you have no parents. You got some nerve, haven't you?
I'm not your family's slave! I'm done being your yes man!
I am livid. You've gone and done it now. You won't get away with this. Prepare yourself.
Good morning, Greg, you little ingrate. You have no intention of reflecting on your behavior, do you?
Good morning, you little ingrate. What a lovely greeting.
Riley told me everything. How much does she have to get hurt before you'll be satisfied? Telling her she should be earning more, that she's disgusting, despite the fact she's working so hard.
I said nothing of the sort. Are you both completely nuts?
Be quiet, you demon! You won't get away with it this time. If you dare take such an arrogant attitude with me, Riley will go through with what was left on the table.
You mean the divorce papers in the living room? I saw her signature was written neatly on them.
Consider this a warning. Riley will be relaxing, recuperating here at home. Unless you reflect on your behavior and fix your attitude. She can stay here forever as far as I'm concerned.
Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. So if you don't want to be divorced, show some remorse for what you've done. Come here, get down on your knees and apologize. Promise to start making more money and helping around the house. We're being extremely generous by offering you this chance. You won't be getting another one.
But what if Riley's not satisfied even after that? If I can't live up to her standards, will she really divorce me?
Of course. If you can't make enough to support her, get a divorce.
Okay, I'll divorce her then.
What?
Her signature's already on the papers, so I'll go and hand them in now.
Wait a minute! Why would you do that?
Think about it. Let's say I did change jobs and make more money. Let's say I started doing all of the housework. Riley would still find something to complain about, because her dissatisfaction knows no bounds. We'd probably still end up divorcing anyway. In that case, isn't it better just to get it over with now? It appears we'll have your blessing after all. You have no complaints, right?
Of course I do. I won't allow you to divorce. The divorce papers were only meant to make you reflect on your behavior. You weren't supposed to actually file them.
By reflect, what do you mean I should reflect on? I haven't done anything wrong.
Like hell you haven't. Riley told me I know everything. On top of not making enough money, you hardly bring any of it home. You leave all the housework to Riley while lazing around on the sofa. You show her no gratitude for working part-time and supporting the finances. And there are plenty more things for you to reflect on besides that. It's all your fault for not being able to provide for your wife.
Since we've come this far, I may as well just tell you. Riley is the reason we never have enough money.
Huh?
I bring home $2,000 a month. That covers the rent and utilities. We pay our contracts separately. My salary covers almost everything. It's more or less a normal figure for a couple living together.
What, you make that much? That's quite a lot. So why do you never have enough money?
Because Riley wastes it like you wouldn't believe.
Huh?
Clothes, shoes, bags, whatever she can get her hands on. Nearly every day. She goes out with her friends and spends whatever she likes on lunches and dinners. She's eating up our livelihood.
What? Riley's doing that?
And what's more, that bakery she works at part-time, she uses the family finances to give them loans. Almost half of our money goes on that.
Loans? That much? Why would she do that?
The bakery her friend started because of her hobby is so poorly run that it's always in the red. So she gives them money to supplement their failing finances, because she wants to win her friend's approval. No matter how much I tell her to stop, or try hiding the money, she just flips out and says, "Are you saying I should abandon my struggling friend?" Then destroys my stuff or hits me until I hand it over. So I end up reluctantly giving it to her.
Oh my god. There's no way my Riley would lay hands on anyone. She's a kind girl. Besides, I've never seen you with any cuts or bruises.
She only hits me where my clothes will cover up the marks. My stomach and back are black and blue. She's actually quite good at it. Just how exactly did you raise her? I want to see her parents' faces.
You're lying. Riley would never.
Since we can't make ends meet due to all of her spending, as well as my daytime job, I've started working through the night at a convenience store to bring money in. Even though I'm exhausted and sleep deprived every day, you call me over so you can boss me around on my days off. My body and mind are wrecked, and I can't take it anymore. No matter how much you tell me to earn more or work more, I can't. I'll never live up to yours or Riley's image of an ideal husband. Let's divorce, amicably.
No, wait! Don't be so hasty! To think Riley's so wasteful. I had no idea!
Give the excuses a rest. It's not that you didn't know, it's that you weren't interested. You always ignored everything I said.
Please! I'll give her a thorough telling off. Please just wait for the divorce.
No! I'm sick of you both manipulating me. As for the physical abuse, I've already got a medical certificate from the doctor. And I've been taking detailed photos of everything she broke. I can apply for the divorce on those grounds instead if you want.
Oh my god!
She'll also be paying me damages and covering my medical bills, which means my lawyer will be getting involved. I left my lawyer's business card at your house. See to it that any further communications go through him.
What? A lawyer? I can't contact you without going through someone else. This is ridiculous. Family matters should be discussed as a family. Surely you agree.
No, I don't agree. You people and I aren't family. You're strangers to me now. I don't ever want to see your faces again. I'll be blocking both yours and Riley's messages. So if you'll excuse me, have a nice life. Riley and her mom rushed over to my place in a panicked attempt to try and stop the divorce. But I'd already taken the divorce papers and a bare minimum of essential stuff, and left the house to stay at a hotel. And so I blocked Riley and her mom, leaving everything to my lawyer, who I'd been in talks with for some time. The medical certificate and photo evidence became the deciding factor. Riley was forced to pay me damages and cover my medical bills. And the divorce went without a hitch. Due to the divorce, Riley was of course no longer able to give loans to her friend's bakery, which, already being in the red, went bankrupt. Her friend was resentful and apparently started ignoring her. I heard that Riley, in her isolation, became so unstable that she started hitting her mom almost every day. She even ran crying to my lawyer, begging me to take her back. It's not my problem, so of course I'm ignoring her. Afterwards, I moved out of the apartment we'd been living together in, and rented a single-person apartment. Now I'm enjoying the peace and quiet of living on my own. Life without walking on eggshells around my wife, or nervously anticipating messages from my hateful mother-in-law is super comfy. And I feel refreshed every single day.
Hey, Laura. Is Dad's funeral over now?
What? Is this my sister? What do you want?
What kind of attitude is that? You should speak to your big sister with more respect.
I don't think so. I haven't even thought of you as my sister for years now. Who the hell doesn't even show up to their own dad's funeral?
Well, he did disown me, didn't he?
It's hardly my fault I can't show my face at the house anymore. Oh yeah, that's right. He did. Because you're a thieving piece of trash who stole $80,000 of the family's money a year ago. Just so you could run away with some weirdo lowlife guy.
I didn't steal anything. Don't say such awful things. All I did was borrow the money me and my boyfriend needed to live together. I mean, it's not like I ever planned on giving it back, though. Surely you're not going to pretend you struggled just because you lost a little pocket change? Dad was rich after all. You know that's not the point. Behold, the thought process of a true scumbag. I don't understand you at all. Yeah, anyways, more importantly, is Dad's funeral over now? It was today, wasn't it? Yes, it was. We saw him off peacefully this afternoon. But why are you asking? Dad's funeral has nothing to do with you. If the funeral's over, I should be able to collect my inheritance now. What? No way. Are you planning on taking Dad's inheritance? Obviously. I'm the eldest daughter. Don't be so ridiculous. Not only did you run off with $80,000 of the family's money, but you weren't there when Dad was admitted to the hospital, or when his condition worsened. You didn't show up to the wake, and you weren't even at the funeral. You didn't show your face even once. To think that you're only interested in the inheritance. Can't you just stop being a selfish moron for just once in your life? You're not getting a single penny of Dad's money. Ha! Who's the idiot? Let me make this crystal clear. The ones who won't be getting a single penny of Dad's inheritance are you and Mom. What? What do you mean? I have Dad's will. It says very clearly, I bequeath all of my property, assets, and money to my eldest daughter, Kaylee. What? You have Dad's will? It says that? Why would he give his entire inheritance to you? No, it has to be a fake. Sucks to be you, sis. It's the real deal. He wrote it 3 years ago. God, you have no idea how long I had to play the part of the perfect daughter to make absolutely sure I'd get everything in the inheritance. I made him think I was going to look after you and Mom when he was gone. He was so convinced that he agreed to give me the house. That's why he wrote me this will. You're horrible. You mean you tricked Dad? That's fraud, plain and simple. You can call it whatever you like. Anyways, the fact of the matter is that I have the will, and that's what it says. Which means I'll be taking everything. As for the family home, I'll be taking the house itself and the land it's built on. Oh, and of course, I'll be selling it straight away. I mean, why the hell would I want a rickety old house in the middle of nowhere? Yeah, it goes without saying, but make sure you and Mom hurry up and get out. I'd be so upset if you ended up homeless. What? You're just gonna sell the family home? Even though me and Mom are still living here? Sheesh, sis, of course I am. God, try and see things from my perspective. If I sell it, I get more money. The house, the land, the furniture. Heck, I'll even sell the dog. If it didn't die already, that is. Surely, you wouldn't do this to us. Dad's barely gone 5 minutes, and you're gonna kick us out of the family home? This is wrong. Aw, Diddums, I'm so sorry. It's what's written in the will, so it's out of my hands. Look, I'm so kind that I'm willing to wait until you find somewhere else to live. I amaze myself. You just don't find people as generous as me. Just kicking me out would be one thing. But to think you'd kick your mother out of her own house. You're the worst. You pathetic, low-life piece of trash. No, you guys are just stupid. Anyways, for the time being, make sure you transfer all the money in the house right now into my bank account, okay? I knew I was going to be getting the inheritance, so I went on a shopping spree and bought tons of brand clothing. Oopsie. I may have bought myself a luxury foreign sports car, too. And of course, me and my boyfriend will be going on a holiday abroad, so we really need this money pronto. Oh, and I'll take you to court if you try and keep it from me. Toodles! So the money still hasn't gone into my account? Me and my boyfriend have our holiday tomorrow, you know. Would you hurry up and transfer it to me already? I'm not transferring you anything. We have no money to give you. What? Okay, I know you. You can't stand the thought of me taking the house and money. But do you seriously plan on fighting me over this? You need to understand something. The only reason you're currently living in my house is because I'm very kindly allowing you to. Because it's my property. If I decided to, I could have you both stripped of all your possessions and begging for food on the streets in a heartbeat. If you don't want that to happen, I suggest you be a good girl and do what I say. No matter what you say, me and Mom won't be leaving the house. You won't be getting any of Dad's money either. You really are a pig-headed dimwit. Cut the crap and give me the money. Like I told you, Dad's inheritance is all mine. Ugh. There's nothing in the inheritance for you. What? What are you even saying? I have Dad's will right here. Actually, Dad's will just came. His most recent, updated one. What? Dad's lawyer came over yesterday. He was originally supposed to come on the day of the funeral, but apparently there were some delays due to a mistake. So, he brought Dad's will with him yesterday. His new one. The one he wrote 2 months ago. He wrote it while he was still in the hospital and left it with his lawyer. Huh? What? All I'm hearing is nonsense. Come on. What's written in the most recent will is always prioritized, which means yours is nothing but a useless piece of paper. What's written in the new one is basically in accordance with inheritance law. Mom will be getting the house and the land it's built on, accounting for about half of the overall inheritance. I'll get the remaining half in cash. What? Where's mine? You're not getting anything. Seems like Dad counted the money you took from the house back then as your share. A kind of living inheritance. Because it says that your portion got canceled out. What? That's a thing? You mean I'm not getting a single penny? This can't be. What about my legal right share? Just because I might not be written in the will doesn't mean I can't claim my legal share, surely. That portion's rightfully mine. Wow, you actually know about the legal right share? Someone's been doing the research. I'm actually surprised. But unfortunately for you, you're not entitled to that either. What? Why? Because any money received up to a year before the death is considered living inheritance and nullifies eligibility to the legal right share. Basically, the money you took was originally intended to be inherited by all of us as part of the will. It still hasn't been a year since you stole all that money from the house, has it? Now, the amount of money you made off with was greater than that you were set to inherit. Accordingly, you're not entitled to claim for legal right share. In fact, I am. What? I don't understand. Oh, sorry. You don't get it? I'll make it so simple that a monkey could understand. You currently have the money that I was supposed to inherit. Therefore, I'm legally entitled to claim it back in court. According to my calculations, you owe me just over $15,000. What? I have to pay? $15,000? You really think I've got that kind of money? I can't possibly pay that. I know that. Since it's you, I'm fully aware you probably already wasted every penny of the money you ran off with. Which is why, if you respect what's written in Dad's new will, I'm willing to be kind enough not to take you to court. On the condition that you not only give up on the inheritance, but also never contact or come near us again. If you do that, I'll give up on the $15,000. Think of it as payment for getting the hell out of our lives. So, how does that sound? It sounds crazy. It's all wrong. The reason I bought so much branded clothing was because I thought I was going to get Dad's inheritance. Oh, not just that, but a luxury sports car too. What am I meant to do now? Me and my boyfriend are supposed to go abroad tomorrow. If I don't get any money, I'll be completely screwed. I simply don't agree. Why should the will I have be invalidated just because you got a new one? You might not agree, but what are you gonna do? Take me to court? If you insist on trying to claim your legal right share no matter what, I'm happy to take you to court myself. I'm ready to lawyer up and wage a total war on you, sis. And when I win, you'll also be paying my legal fees. But you're the only one set to gain in either case. This isn't fair. I'm the eldest daughter, your big sister. How dare you act with such insolence toward me? Unfair and insolent is fine by me. This wouldn't have happened in the first place if you didn't run off with Dad's money without considering the consequences. If you hadn't gone splurging on things you couldn't afford with money that wasn't supposed to be yours yet, you wouldn't be in this mess. You only have yourself to blame. But what am I supposed to do about all this debt? I borrowed nearly $80,000 because I thought the inheritance was going to show up in my account any day now. What are you saying I should do about that? Beats me. It's not my debt. I have no obligation to pay it off for you. You got into debt by yourself, so get out of it yourself. This seriously can't be happening. I can't be up to my ears in debt. This isn't who I am. Ugh, it wasn't supposed to be like this. So, what are you gonna do? 1, give up on the inheritance and never have anything to do with us again. Or 2, hedge your bets on a legal battle you have zero hope of winning. Either way is fine by me. Oh, damn you! Fine, I don't need the inheritance. I'll never set foot in the house again after this. You'll never see me again. I mean it. Happy now? Yes. Perfect. We'll be dealing with the paperwork and procedures on our end. So make sure you really do never come back to the house again. And make sure you really don't give us any more hassle over the money. Is that clear? You money grubber! You swindler! I'll never forgive you for this! Money grubber? Swindler? Was that a self-introduction? Nothing a debt-ridden thief has to say could possibly faze me. Ugh! Just shut up! I hate you! Yeah, I hate you too. Anyways, good luck paying off all that debt. I did get into a serious panic when I heard that my sister had Dad's will. But thankfully, since my dad had the foresight to make the necessary amendments before he passed away, her threats never amounted to anything. When my sister had to cancel the trip abroad with her boyfriend at the last minute, things turned hostile between them, and eventually the relationship fell apart. She was left with nothing but a mountain of debt. She sold off the car and all the branded goods she had bought in anticipation of the inheritance to cover the debt repayments. But it wasn't enough, and I heard that after getting into even more debt with some shady black market lenders, she's now working at a bathhouse to make ends meet. Me and Mom are healing from the sadness of losing Dad together, and we have begun slowly returning to our normal lives. Now, we don't have a care in the world, and we're taking good care of the family home that Dad left us.